Hello everybody, Jester here, and welcome to a small sort of Elder Scrolls Online video, where I'm going to be showing you or telling you about some of the updates coming in Elder Scrolls, some of the things that are going to be coming in the Elder Scrolls Online Update 6, which is coming this month in January. At least it's supposed to be. I've got the webpage up here. The video that you're watching right now, obviously the visual part of it is just something that I just recorded, did a couple of the main story quests, and demonstrated some of the justice system mechanics in the PTS, the public test server. But anyway, in this update 6, the first thing that's going to be added, it says here, is the champion system. The champion system will include the new post-level 50 veteran progression changes we've been talking about for a few months now. This is from the webpage itself. I'll put a link down in the description. We've done preparation work for the champion system in updates 4 and 5, and update 6 will include phase 3 of the system. This phase includes the ability to spend points in champion passives and many ability changes that complement the system. And pretty much what that is the champion system is kind of like the Skyrim skill trees. It's got the constellations based on the 3 guardian constellations: the warrior, the thief, and the mage. And obviously you can get perks for stuff like the stamina regeneration, health, magical regeneration, the amount of stamina that you use for abilities, all that sort of stuff. And as you spend the champion points, you will unlock sort of free passives, so to speak. Like say you spent like 5 points in the thief, in one of the thief trees, you will unlock a passive in that tree. So it is very rewarding, of course. Next up is, of course, the justice system, which is one of the biggest additions to this update. The justice system, if you hang on a sec, I'll get up the information here. Bingo. The justice system. Now this adds in thievery, assault, and murder. Pretty much, previous in Elder Scrolls 1, you could just take whatever you wanted, from dressers, wardrobes, chests. In anybody's house, you could take what you wanted, and NPCs were invincible unless they were enemies. You could not kill any of like the NPCs in towns or anything like that. But this update changes that. For thievery, the citizens of Tamriel and their belongings will no longer be protected from light-fingered ne'er-do-wells in update 6. If you're of a mind to appropriate items that do not belong to you, there's something in your way besides a few pesky guards. Just don't be seen. Sorry, there's nothing in your way besides a few pesky guards. And if you're not seen, then you'll be free to take whatever you want. NPCs have personal inventories and own items found in the world, such as the contents of their homes. If you target an item owned by someone, a red prompt will appear to let you know that picking up that item will be considered a crime. If no one sees you take it though, it's all yours with no one the wiser. You can try to pickpocket items directly from NPCs as well. When you crouch and approach your unsuspecting target directly from behind, a prompt appears to let you know that you're in position and how likely it is you'll succeed. You'll need to be quite deft to obtain items this way, so be careful. And also, once you've pickpocketed enough items, you will actually get a brand new skill line in the world section that is called Ledgerman, I believe it is, and that covers all of the bounty and fences and pickpocketing and all that jazz from the justice system. So obviously you can pickpocket stuff, and any dresser or chest or wardrobe or bag or sack inside a building, like in an inn or in somebody's house, anything you take from that will be considered stealing now. So be careful with that, because if you're caught, then the guards will chase you, and the guards are very overpowered. They're all 3-star bosses, and their health bars are sort of well, the health bars are not red, they're gold, and I don't think I've actually ever taken any health off of a guard so far. So be careful with that. But of course, the guards won't attack you unless you've got enough bounty. If you've just got a little bit of bounty, you will be able to either pay it off or flee, and if you flee, then they will attack you. But if you pay it off, all your stolen items will be removed from your inventory. The same is if you die in any way, your stolen items will be removed from your inventory. Anyway, speaking of death, assault and murder. Most of the citizens of Tamriel are susceptible to attack and assassination. This is something that I am really interested in, because I myself, I am a big sucker for role playing, and obviously this opens up a whole new window for role playing. For example, Skido, he is an assassin character, so I could possibly charge other role playing players a small amount of gold or fake currency to get rid of an NPC that they find rather annoying, and so I take the bounty instead of them, and I just find that so awesome. Like, it opens up like a whole new branch for role playing. So anyway, other citizens will react if you attack another townsperson unprovoked. Not every citizen reacts the same way, so you may end up with more than you bargained for if your crime is witnessed. If you go so far as to kill an NPC, you'll be able to loot the body, but be ready to deal with the consequences, especially if the city guard noticed your disruption of the peace. So obviously if you kill somebody without being seen, I'm not really sure, I haven't really experienced that yet. Anybody I've killed has been in broad daylight. But yeah, I think it will be alright if you kill them without being seen. But if somebody sees you, they will acknowledge it, and sometimes they will attack you as well. Although sometimes, or they might run to the city guard. So obviously you might need to chase them down to stop them from telling the guards. But of course, if you're seen killing that person, it won't really do you any good. So you've got to be really careful when you're killing people. Now for the consequences. If someone notices your crime, the bounty on your character increases. If you want to avoid having a bounty on your head, make sure you're completely undetected by using the eye reticule in stealth mode to determine whether or not you're hidden from view. When you have a bounty, guards will now attempt to bring down the heavy hand of the law upon you, making you pay a sum in gold for your transgressions. Your bounty level determines how guards react to your presence. There are 3 bounty levels: disreputable, notorious and fugitive. Disreputable means that the guards will generally ignore you unless you approach them. Notorious means you'll be chased down by the guards, who enlist other guards to chase or to assist in the pursuit. And fugitive means you are a kill-on-sight target. To lower your bounty at this level, you must either wait for it to decay over time, or find a fence that can assist you in paying it off. And speaking of fences, we come to the Outlaw's Refuge. The items you steal from Tamriel's inhabitants can only be sold to a fence. Luckily for all who choose to live beneath the law, Outlaw's Refuges exist in major cities throughout the provinces. In an Outlaw's Refuge, you'll find fences that will buy your ill-gotten goods, and a safe place to hide from the law. You can only sell so much to a fence per day. They don't want to generate too much unnecessary attention. And also in the Ledgerman skill line, you can actually increase how much you sell to a fence, because by default you can only sell 50 items per day to a fence, and the only items that you can sell to a fence are stolen ones, like the original items that you get from pickpocketing, such as shopping lists, portraits, a plushie. I remember getting a plushie which was called a stuffed pony guar. So those are the only ones that the fences will buy, and they will buy them for quite a bit. I think about 136 gold is the average, I think. But they will also clear your bounty if you pay them enough gold. And speaking of the Ledgerman skill line, it can be found in the world category and gains experience as you commit crimes. The abilities you'll find here will make you even better at your unlawful pursuits, so make sure to check it out if you're committed to a life of crime. So that is the justice system, something I'm very much looking forward to, because I obviously, as I said, I have got a an assassin character, so perfect for role playing. Let's see what else is in the update 6. I apologize for my unreadiness, I suppose. I think I remember there was a list of what was included in update 6. I'm going to try and find it.
We need an edge in this fight. How can I help you?
Let's see. This is terrible. I think this should give me a list of what was included in update 6. Nope. But anyway, as you well, yes, there is actually more in update 6. The tutorial level is now a proper tutorial level. Usually you'd make your character, then you walk up to the door. The prophet would be, come along, you've got to save me. You go out, you get your weapon, and you get your weapon off of a dead Dremora this time when that Lyris killed. And the tutorial is so much more, better suited to new players, because previously, of course, you pretty much jumped straight into the combat. You'd fight a couple of skeletons to learn the basic aspects of the combat, but in this one, the combat actually sort of pauses. You'll get like a blue border, it will pause, then it will tell you to attack, to block, to interrupt an attack, all that sort of stuff, and it's really cool. And plus they changed the it's like the main exploration bit of the tutorial level, like when you leave the forge, then you go to the place where all like the chests where you look for the sentinels. They changed that, so it's now it's Dremora instead of the Flame Atronax. And the Pharaoh Shriven are now sort of dead on the floor, then they'll rise up when you get near them. So that's really cool. They've changed quite a lot of that. They've added cages of Soul Shriven. They've added like the chain forgers, like in the Daughter of Giants quest, where like at the end there's the big machines that are stamping the Cold Harbor chains. They've got a couple of them in there now, and plus the Sentinels are more sort of, you have to do more of them now, because previously all you had to do was just go up to them and interact with them. But now you've got to sneak. You've got to avoid their line of sight, because also they're like eyes this time. So you've got to avoid them. You've got to sneak, then you've got to hit them, and that is so awesome. And plus they've changed like the design for the Prophet store, and they've also changed the design for the Prophet cell, which I didn't really like that much, because I like the old Prophet cell, which is like the diamond shaped prison and all that. But the animation for the exchange between Lyris and the Prophet is really cool. Like you can actually see Lyris getting dragged into the cell while the Prophet sort of appears before you. That was really awesome. So yeah, that's the tutorial levels changes. And let's see, what else was there? I don't think there was much else actually. Another part of the justice system is that merchants won't talk to you while you've got a bounty. So, and also you, if you got the Imperial edition, or the or you've got any vanity pets, or you bought the Palomino horse add-on, you don't buy the horses from the stables this time. The like the DLC horses. You can buy the default horses, like the 47,000 gold ones. But like the Imperial and the Palomino horses, they're in your collections now. There's a new tab called Collections, where it will show you your vanity pets, your costumes, and your horses. I just said that. But yeah, the costumes pretty much includes the things that you get as a reward, like the skeleton one that you get from doing the quest in Shadowfen, where you get to turn yourself into a skeleton. There's the Golden Saint armor from Veteran level 2. There's the Man and Marco outfit, and the Dark Seducer outfit, and all that nice jazz. So you get all of them in your collection this time, so they don't take up an inventory slot, which is really cool. So anyway, I think that is pretty much everything major in update 6. Obviously they've added like a bunch of bug fixes and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's all the major changes. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you found it very useful and helpful, let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're not already, and share this video with your friends to expand the circus. And I will see you all in the next video. This is Jester, signing off.